Deep beneath Yellowstone, powerful forces are stirring some 10,000 geothermal features. The heat and pressure have caused the Earth's surface to rise and fall like the rhythmic breathing of a giant sleeping beast. Two recent scientific papers by leading researchers, summarized here, explore what's happening beneath Yellowstone, hundreds of miles deep. The last time the beast woke up with a roar was 640,000 years ago. It was a supervolcanic eruption that ejected 1,000 cubic kilometers of ash and lava, 8,000 times more than Mount St. Helens did in 1980. The Yellowstone eruption area collapsed in on itself, creating a giant crater, or caldera, that's 1,500 square miles wide. The magmatic heat that powered that eruption, and two others, one 2.1 million years ago, still powers the park's famous geysers, hot springs, fumaroles and mud pots. Three Yellowstone hotspot eruptions thousands of years ago. Geologist Bob Smith, of the University of Utah, says to understand what's happening now, you have to go back 16.5 million years. That's when the North American plate began moving over the Yellowstone hotspot, a large mass of molten or partially molten rock rising from the top of Earth's mantle. Periodically, the hotspot erupted, starting near what is now northern Nevada and southeastern Oregon. As the continental plate shifted southwestward, Smith says, the hotspot erupted more than 100 times in supervolcanic eruptions, leaving behind overlapping calderas and vast lava flows in Idaho, known as the Snake River Plain. The hotspot eventually emerged beneath Yellowstone and had three successive giant eruptions 2 million, 1.3 million and 640,000 years ago. Yellowstone may have spectacular mountains like the nearby Tetons, but the supervolcano's eruptions either toppled them or swallowed them as the caldera collapsed, Smith said. The result is the relatively flat, rolling topography of the Yellowstone Plateau. Overall, the Yellowstone hotspot left a 350-mile trail of old, dead calderas that have eroded or filled in. Similarly, the Hawaiian island chain was formed by another hotspot beneath the Pacific Ocean. As it periodically erupted beneath moving tectonic plates, the island chain formed. So too was Iceland, which was formed by a hotspot located on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Calderas located atop active volcanic, geothermal systems are known to rise and fall, but few calderas around the world appear to be as active as the Yellowstone caldera. A team of researchers led by Charles Wicks of the U.S. Geological Survey in Menlo Park, California, has found that the Yellowstone caldera has fluctuated in height by as much as 120 millimeters over a 7-year study. The picture that emerged from Wicks' use of the European Space Agency's ERS-2 satellite was of magma rising beneath the northern rim of the caldera near the Norris Geyser Basin, then sinking back beneath the caldera, causing subsidence. That's why the rim of the caldera can rise while the floor sinks very close together at times. The surface appears to be in constant motion, rising and falling. Previous surveys showed that the caldera floor rose about 7 inches from 1976 to 1984. It then dropped 5.5 inches in the decade from 1985 to 1995. But the caldera floor rose again in 1995, and again in 1998. The northern rim of the caldera continued to rise until 2003. Wicks believes that the 5 inches of caldera rise may have ruptured the crust around Norris, causing new geothermal features and the dramatic warming of the ground that led to the closure of trails at the site in 2003. Wicks writes in the March issue of the journal Nature, "We propose that the observed pattern of uplift and subsidence is the result of nearly continuous movement of molten basalt into and out of the Yellowstone volcanic system." Wicks and his colleagues believe that magma is rising from beneath Sour Creek Dome, on the eastern side of the caldera, where it is hitting the solid mantle layer and spreading out like a thick pancake. Something different is happening, Wicks says. There's a constant flow of magma beneath Sour Creek Dome. As the magma loses heat and cools, it pours back under Mammoth, he said.